My freshman and sophomore year, I got pretty bad grades. In one class, I almost got a D, which would have required me to take, I think, time off from at Harvard, and that was in a computer science class. Several times I reevaluated, do I want this? Is this actually what I should be doing? Should I be going into computer science? Because the humanities always came really easily to me. I love English and I love history, and I could take English and history classes at Harvard and do really well in them, get really good grades, not be stressed. And so every semester, choosing, I'm not gonna take the classes that I'm comfortable with, that I'm gonna do well in. I'm gonna take the classes that are gonna keep me up all night and are gonna stress me out and are gonna make me kind of miserable.
Yeah, that's kind of a big jump.
Yeah, so it was kind of a number of factors that were sort of The Social Network movie had just come out, and people in my high school just kept talking about it when they found out I got into Harvard, and I had watched it and I thought it was so cool, and I had done some things. I mean, I loved the internet and I loved computers, and I had done HTML and CSS for MySpace layouts and LiveJournal, but that was about as technical as I got. And
then you're watching The Social Network and you're like, that could be me.
Yeah, and I don't know, people at my high school, when I got in, they made a couple comments that were oh, at Harvard, I bet you're gonna meet some really big shot guy and get, land yourself a rich husband, or someone said you could marry the next Mark Zuckerberg, and it kind of bothered me, obviously, because it's pretty sexist, but also just...
You're I don't want to marry the next Mark Zuckerberg.
I want to be the next Mark Zuckerberg, if I can. And then, I was thinking about it, and it just kept lingering and sort of in the back of my mind, what could I actually do in the world? How can I change the world? And so that naturally sort of leads to technology as this huge world-changing industry.
And you just kept facing those challenges, including to becoming a software engineer and continuing with computer science, I think in the first place in college. Even though every semester you had to make that decision of, am I gonna take classes where I'm gonna get really good grades, or am I gonna challenge myself a little more? Am I gonna do what I'm comfortable with, or am I gonna push myself a little more to something that really interests me?
Yeah, so my GPA definitely reflects my choices, because it was a struggle.
That's so cool. It's that whole saying of there's no comfort in a growth zone and no growth in a comfort zone. I feel like you embodied that.
Yeah, definitely.